양분 뭐 다른 사람 넣으라고.
어?
다른 사람 글자는 넣으라고.
아 싫어. 아빠 그거 다 쓰면 그거 줄게. 일단 한 거부터 쓰고 다 버리고 나다 하는 게 좋잖아.
그렇지.
하하하하. 핸드폰 내놔. 어디 있어? 젓가락은 또 왜 버렸어? 어디였을까요? 네. 여기 있네. 자. 아빠 문 닫을게. 오. 오. 아우, 짜. 공부해야지. 아, 너무 짜다. 아. 밥을 좀 꺼야겠네. 아. 자, 그러면 촬영 시작합시다. 어디 갔어? 여기 있네. 짠. 아, 이거 없애야지. 짠.
Single house.
자막 설정. 이동을 안 하네. 싱글 하우스, 아파트먼트, 타운하우스, 오피스 스튜디오. 다시. 저장 좀 해볼까. 안 움직이지? 왜 안 움직이냐 고요? 안 움직이네. 가라는 건가? 다시 합니다.
Today's vocabulary.
싱글 하우스, 아파트먼트, 타운하우스.
Complex.
어머머.
Townhouse.
다시 해야지. 싱글 하우스, 아파트먼트, 아파트먼트 컴플렉스, 타운하우스, 오피스 스튜디오, 시티, urban area, country, rural area, suburb, living room, balcony, residential area, commercial area. Key sentence parents. My house is located in a commercial area, so there are many trucks and stores. Or my house is located in a commercial area, so it is always crowded. My apartment is located in a rural area, so there are many shops, trees, and mountains. My apartment is located in a rural area, so it is always quite calm. I'd like to know about place you live in. Do you live in an apartment or a house? What does it look like? Where is it located? Who do you live with? Describe your house in as much detail as possible. I live in an apartment. My apartment is located in a typical residential area, so the area is very quiet and clean. This place also has a good educational environment. In my apartment, there are four bedrooms, a living room, a kitchen with a small dining place, and a small balcony. In the living room, my family usually watches TV or talks to each other. On the balcony, there are some potted plants. I think my apartment is a good place to live. Question. You answered the survey, then you often go to a park. Tell me about the park you often go to. Where is it located? What does it look like? And what facilities are there? Tell me about the park in as much detail as you can. I often go to a park in my neighborhood. The park is located in a suburb of Seoul, so there are a lot of trees and flowers. In the park, there are exercise machines, picnic tables, 2 basketball courts, and a big playground. On the basketball court, young people play basketball games. On the playground, many children play from home. I like time. 2 to 3. Places. Useful sentences. The trail is lined with trees. You can see a bus on the corner. I live in a high-rise apartment. I think we need more parking spaces. I live on the 21st floor. The park is located alongside the river. This park is the best place to walk my dog. I breathe in fresh air. When fall comes, the leaves turn red and yellow. In spring, cherry blossoms bloom. The student union building is very close to the library. The library is a absolutely brand new building. The dormitory is at the back of the campus. Most of my classes are held in my building. I have lunch in a school cafeteria. The water is crystal clear. Near the beach, there is a camping site. In summer, the beach is crowded with people. Children play by buildings and castles. Some people enjoy sunbathing on the beach. Off-peak practice. When you go out to eat, where do you normally go? I would like to know about a restaurant you often visit. Tell me about the restaurant as much detail as you can. The restaurant I often visit is Beef's, which is a family restaurant in my town. The reason is that I always eat out with my family. Beef's has a spacious hall and more than 30 tables. It also offers various kinds of dishes such as Italian, Spanish, Korean, Japanese, and American dishes. Thus, everyone in my family can enjoy their favorite food more than anything. The desserts they are great. The cakes and cookies are really delicious. The coffee is good as well. These are the reasons why I often go to Beef's to have dinner.
These are the reasons why I often go to Vips to have dinner.
Today's vocabulary. Bedroom, bathroom, dining room, kitchen, cozy,
Cozy,
spacious,
spacious,
cramped, national park, community park,
park,
amusement park, picnic area,
area,
balcony,
balcony,
terrace,
veranda,
veranda, bicycle path,
bicycle path,
trail,
trail.
key sentence parents. The park is very special because I met my girlfriend there. Insadong is very special because we can enjoy Korean traditional food and performances there. 1. The park is full of work.
2.
In summer, the swimming pool is full of children. Off-peak practice. Question. Please tell me about your house. Among the room in your house, what does it look like? What does it look like? What does it look like? Please explain about your room in detail. My family room in my house is my room. My room is very special because it is a place just for me. First, my room is full of my personal stuff and furniture. There are many beds, study desk, computer, and wardrobe. In addition, from the window, I can see the streets and people. My room is not luxurious, but it is warm and cozy.
Question.
You answered the survey, then you are a student. Tell me about your campus. In easy big campus or a small one? What facilities are there? Tell me about your campus in detail. My campus is located in the center of Seoul, so it is always crowded. My London campus is very special because it is the most beautiful campus in Korea. First, my campus is full of buildings, lunch, and laboratories. Actually, there is a mountain near my school campus. So from the lecture room windows, I can see the Green Mountain. My school campus is not big, but it looks always lively and beautiful.
Today's vocabulary.
Married, single, shy,
Shy,
outgoing,
sociable,
sociable, people person, quick-tempered, patient,
patient,
conservative, open-minded, curly, straight, tall,
tall,
medium height, short, chubby,
chubby,
slim, college student,
student,
office worker, work for,
for,
major in.
major in.
Key sentence patterns.
1.
1.
She's a girl with big eyes. 2. My teacher is a chubby man with a friendly smile. 1.
1.
Speaking of my hobbies, I like skiing.
Skiing.
2.
2.
Speaking of his personality, he is very strict.
OPIC practice.
Question.
Question.
Now let's start the interview. Please tell me about yourself. Hi Eva, it's very nice to meet you. My name is Minsu Yu and I am a college student. I am a tall boy with dark brown hair. Speaking of my major, I major in computer science and I love my major. I also work as a sales clerk every Monday, Friday. I'm very athletic and I so enjoy many kinds of exercise. I think I am an energetic person. Can you tell me about your family members? Please tell me about one of your family members in detail. Who is he or she? Why did you decide to tell me about him or her? Describe the person in my details. I will tell you about my grandmother because she is one of my favorite people. My grandmother is a lovely lady with curly hair. Speaking of her personality, she is very smart and warm-hearted. She also works as a volunteer at community center. She is very sociable, so she has many friends. I think my grandmother is a very charming person. I think my grandmother is a very charming person.
Looks unfriendly, but in fact, he has a warm heart. I get along with my neighbors. These days, people don't know their neighbors well. My upstairs neighbor stomps on the floor. Noise between floors is a very serious issue in our society.
Society.
His lectures are always interesting. I always doze in class. He always tries to interact with students.
Usable sentences. He looks unfriendly, but in fact, he has a warm heart. I get along with my neighbors. These days, people don't know their neighbors well. My upstairs neighbor stomps another floor. Noise between floors is very serious issue in our society. His lecture is always interesting. I always doze in his class. He always tries to interact with students. In his class, we have many good discussions. He's the head of the marketing. My boss is medium height with short hair. My boss is very smart, buckle-headed. I usually have lunch with my colleagues. After lunch, we often talk over a cup of coffee. He is a world-famous violinist. She gives recite 3 times a year. He won the top prize at many international music contests. I am a big fan of his music. He is the most popular pop musician in Korea.
I'd like to know about your professors at school. Of your professors at school, who do you respect the most? Why do you respect him or her? Describe the professor you respect the most in detail.
There are so many great professors at my school. However, I respect Dr. Yoon the most. Dr. Yoon teaches business, and I took his class last year. He is very short with a bald head, and I cannot say that he is fashionable since his shirt is always wrinkled and his shoes are not shined. But Dr. Yoon has so many charms. He always teaches enthusiastically and has a great sense of humor, and his shoes are not shined. But Dr. Yoon has so many charms. He always teaches enthusiastically and has a great sense of humor. not shunned. But Dr. Yoon has so many charms. He always teaches enthusiastically and has a great sense of humor. Look, Yoon teaches business, and I took his class last year. He is very short with a bald head, and I cannot say that he is fashionable, since his shirt is always wrinkled and his shoes are not shunned. But Dr. Yoon has so many charms. He always teaches enthusiastically and has a great sense of humor. And his shoes are not shunned. But Dr. Yoon has so many charms. He always teaches enthusiastically and has a great sense of humor. Plus, he answers the students' questions as best as he can. Thus, Dr. Yoon's class is very popular. He always teaches enthusiastically and has a great sense of humor. Plus, he answers the students' questions as best as he can. He always teaches enthusiastically and has a great sense of humor. Plus, he answers the students' questions as best as he can. Thus, with a bald head. But I cannot say that he is fashionable, since his shirt is always wrinkled and his shoes are not shunned. But Dr. Yoon has so many charms. He always teaches enthusiastically and has a great sense of humor. Plus, Yoon teaches business, and I took his class last year. He is very short with a bald head, but I cannot say that he is fashionable, since his shirt is always wrinkled and his shoes are not shunned. But Dr. Yoon has so many charms. He always teaches enthusiastically and has a great sense of humor. Plus, he answers the students' questions as best as he can. Thus, Dr.
Why international music contests? I am a big fan of his music. He is the most popular pop musician in Korea.
Open practice.
I'd like to know about your
Professor at school.
school.
Of your professors at school, who do you respect the most? Why do you respect him or her? Describe the professor you respect the most in detail. There are so many great professors at my school. However, I respect Dr. Yoon the most. Dr. Yoon teaches business and I took his class last year. He is very short with a bald head and I question
The most in detail.
too many great professors at my school. However, I respect Dr. Yoon the most. Dr. Yoon teaches business. I took his class last year. He is very short with bald head, and I cannot say that he is fashionable since his shirts are always wrinkled and his shoes are not shined. But Dr. Yoon has so many charms. He always teaches enthusiastically and has a great sense of humor.
Plus, Yoon teaches business, and I took his class last year. He is very short with a bald head, and I cannot say that he is fashionable, since his shirt is always wrinkled and his shoes are not shunned. But Dr. Yoon has so many charms. He always teaches enthusiastically and has a great sense of humor.
Enthusiastically,
Plus,
enthusiastically, enthusiastically, enthusiastically,
Dr. Yoon's class is very popular.
enthusiastically.
Actually, Dr. Yoon is my role model, and his shoes are not
Are
shined.
shined.
But Dr. Yoon
Dr. Yoon is very sharp. He always teaches enthusiastically and has a great sense of humor. Plus, he answers the students' question as best as he can. Thus, Dr. Yoon's class is very popular. Actually, Dr. Yoon is my role model. Today's vocabulary: actor, actress, director, idol band, boy band, girl group, Korean pop star, musical actor, musical actress, major league player, Olympic medalist, role model, stage presence, audience, deeply moved by, most respectable leader, most respected leader. 1. Dr. Gang is one of the greatest scientists in the world. 2. He is one of the greatest baseball players. 1. His personality is particularly appealing. 2. His big smile is particularly appealing. OPIC practice. Since you answered the background survey, then you enjoy music. Okay. 오케이. 수정.
Who is your favorite singer? What does he or she look like? What kind of songs does he or she sing? Please tell me about your favorite singer in detail. Background survey that you enjoy music. I'd like to know. OPIC practice.
Question. Since you answered in the background survey, then you enjoy music. I'd like to know your favorite singer. Who is your favorite singer? What does he or she look like? What kind of song does he or she sing? Please tell me about your favorite singer in detail. My favorite singer is Taeyeon. She is one of the greatest female singers in Korea. She has a lot of strengths as a singer. First and foremost, her voice is really attractive. She is also very pretty. I think her eyes are particularly appealing. Actually, Taeyeon is not only a popular singer but also a famous fashionista. Question. Now, I'd like to know of your favorite actor or actress. Who is your favorite actor or actress? My favorite actor is Hugh Jackman. He is one of the greatest movie stars in the world. He has so many merits and an actor. First and foremost, his acting is very real, so his movies are always popular. He is also a likable man. I think his big smile is particularly appealing. Actually, he is not only a popular movie star but also a good man.
Today's vocabulary.
Comedy, action movie, adult movie, sci-fi movie, animated movie, animation, musical movie, fact-based movie, documentary, jazz, Korean music, K-pop, classical music, genre, style, type. Case sentence parents. 1. I like all kinds of books, but mysteries are my favorite. 2. I like all kinds of foods, but Korean dishes are my favorite. 1. What I like the most about my mother is that she is healthy. 2. What I like the most about the park is that it is close to my house. OP practice question. I have heard that you like to listen to music. What is your favorite music genre?
I have heard that you like to listen to music.
Why do you like it? When and where do you listen to music? Please explain about your favorite type of music in detail. I like all kinds of music, but ballads are my favorite. What I like the most about ballads is that they are very beautiful and subtle. So when I am listening to ballad music, I can come calm. Actually, when I am very tired or stressed out, I always listen to ballad music. Plus, the lyrics of ballad music are poetic. I think ballad music is great. You answered the background survey, then you can go to the movies. What kind of movies do you like? Why do you like it? Tell me about the favorite type of movies with more than 2 reasons. I like all kinds of movies, but comedies are my favorite. What I like the most about comedy movies is that they are very entertaining. So when I am watching comedy movies, I laugh a lot. Actually, when I am very tired and stressed out, I always watch comedy movies. There is also wisdom in comedy movies. I think comedy movies are great. Wisdom.
Actually, when I am very tired or stressed out, I always watch comedy movies. There is also wisdom in comedy movies.
Which the mean comedy movies?
Comedy movies are great. You're stressed out. I always watch comedy movies. There is also wisdom in comedy movies. I think comedy. I like all kinds of movies, but comedies are my favorite.
What I like the most about comedy movies is that they're very entertaining. So when I am watching comedy movies, I like that a lot. Actually, when I am very tired or stressed out, I always watch comedy movies. There is wisdom in comedy movies. I think comedy movies are great.
Lesson 6 to 7. Genres and things.
Useful sentences.
That music is very exciting. I always listen to music on my way to school. After work, I sit back in a chair and listen to serious music. Most pop music is catchy. Hip hop music isn't for everyone, but I love it. When it comes to movies, I don't have many particular preferences. The visual effects,
I buy popcorn and a Coke at the snack bar. Avatar attracted 10 million viewers in Korea. I buy movie tickets online. Hip hop music isn't for everyone, but I love it.
when it comes to movies, I don't have many particular preferences.
The visual
Preference.
effects in that movie are brilliant. Hip hop music isn't for everyone, but I love it.
When it comes to movies, I don't have any particular preference. The visual effects in the movie are brilliant. I buy popcorn and a Coke at the snack bar. Avatar attracted 10 million viewers in Korea. I buy movie tickets online. I go to see a rock festival every year. At a concert, I can listen to live music. The concert hall was excellent acoustics. The audience sang along with the singer. My friend and I have similar taste in music. I am working at startup company. I am in charge of the marketing department. I always double check to avoid mistakes. It seems work. My work gets too busy two times.
My friend and I have similar tastes. Avatar attracted 10 million viewers in Korea. I buy movie tickets online. I go to see a rock festival every year. At a concert, I can listen to live music. The concert hall has excellent acoustics. The audience sang along with the singer. My friend and I have similar tastes in music. I am working at a startup company. I am in charge of the marketing department. I always double check to avoid mistakes. It's essential to forecast trends in my work. My work gets too busy at times.
Open bracket.
My friend and I have similar tastes in music. I am working at a startup company. I am in charge of the marketing department. I always double check to avoid mistakes. It's essential to forecast trends in my work. My work gets too busy at times.
Open bracket.
Here, at a concert, I can listen to live music. The concert hall has excellent acoustics. The audience sings to movies. I don't have any particular preference. The visual effects in that movie are brilliant. After work, I sit back in a chair and listen to classical music. Most pop music is catchy. Hip hop music isn't for everyone, but I love it. When it comes to movies, I don't have any particular preference. The visual effects in that movie are brilliant. I buy popcorn and a Coke at the snack bar. Avatar attracted 10 million viewers in Korea. I buy movie tickets online. I go to see a rock festival every year. At a concert, I can listen to live music. The concert hall has excellent acoustics. Effects in that movie are brilliant. Hip hop music isn't for everything.
Useful sentences.
Rock music is very exciting. I always listen to classical music. Most pop music is catchy. Hip-hop music isn't for everyone, but I love it.
When it comes to movies, I don't have any particular preference.
The visual
Preference.
effects in that movie are brilliant. Listen to music on my way to school. After work, I sit back in a chair and listen to classical music. Most pop music is catchy. Hip-hop music isn't for everyone, but I love it. When it comes to movies, I don't have any particular preference. The visual
Preference.
effects in that
Preference.
movie are brilliant.
I buy popcorn and a Coke and a snapper. Ultra attractive 10 million views in Korea. I buy popcorn ticket online. I go to see a rock paper every year. At a concert, I can listen to live music. The concert hall has excellent acoustics. The audience sang along with the singer.
Here, at a concert, I can listen to live music. The concert hall has excellent acoustics. The audience sang along with the singer. My friend and I have similar tastes in music. I am working at a startup. I buy movie tickets online. I go to see a rock festival every year.
At a concert, I can listen to live music. The concert hall has excellent acoustics. The audience sang along with the singer. My friend and I have similar taste in the music. I am working at a startup company. I am in charge of the marketing department. I always double check to avoid mistakes. It is essential to forecast trends in my work. My work gets to be 8 times. Open practice. You answered the survey, then you like to go jogging. When you are jogging, what do you wear? Please describe the clothes.
Jogging. I always double check to avoid mistakes.
Wow.
It's essential to forecast trends in my work.
Yes,
My work gets too busy at times.
Open practice.
You answered in the survey that you like to go jogging. When you are jogging, what do you wear? Please describe the clothes you wear jogging.
When I go jogging, I always wear light and comfortable clothes. However, I wear different jogging suits according to the weather conditions. When the weather is hot in spring and summer, I wear a short sleeve t-shirt and shorts. Because of the strong sunlight, I always wear sunglasses as well. When it rains, I don't go jogging. I might slip and fall down on a slippery road. In winter, since the weather is cool, I wear a long sleeve t-shirt, long pants, and a beanie. I sometimes wear a sweatshirt or a hoodie. I also always wear gloves. Not to be sick, you should consider the weather conditions.
Today's vocabulary.
Road. In winter. However, I wear
You wear. I always double check to avoid mistakes. It's essential to forecast trends in my work. My work gets too busy at times.
you answered the survey, then you like to go jogging.
To go jogging.
When you are jogging, what do you wear? Please describe the clothes you wear jogging. When I go jogging, I always wear light and comfortable clothes.
Trends in my work. My work gets too busy at times. Open practice. You answered in the survey that you like to go jogging. When you are jogging, what do you wear? Please describe the clothes you wear jogging.
When I go jogging, I always wear light and comfortable clothes. However, I wear different jogging suits according to the weather conditions. When the weather is hot in spring and summer, I wear a short sleeve t-shirt and shorts. Because of the strong sunlight, I always wear sunglasses as well. When it rains, I don't go jogging. I might slip and fall down on a slippery road. In winter, since the weather is cold, I wear a long sleeve t-shirt, long pants, and a beanie. I sometimes wear a sweatshirt or a hoodie. I also always wear gloves. Not to be sick, we should consider the weather conditions.
Nice vocabulary.
However,
Too busy at times. I always double check to avoid mistakes. It's essential to forecast trends in my work. My work gets too busy at times.
open practice.
You answered the survey when you like to go jogging. When you are jogging, what do you wear? Please describe the clothes you're jogging. When I go jogging, I always wear light and comfortable clothes. However, I will You answered the survey. You like jogging. When you are jogging, what do you wear? Please describe the clothes you are jogging. When I go jogging, I always like some comfortable clothes. However, I wear different jogging suits according to weather conditions when the weather is hot summer. 빠르네. When you are jogging, what do you wear? Please describe the clothes you wear jogging. When I go jogging, I always wear light and comfortable clothes. However, I wear different jogging suits according to weather conditions. When the weather is hot in spring, summer, I wear a short sleeve t-shirt because of the strong sunlight. I always wear sunglasses as well. When it rains, I don't go jogging. I might sleep and fall down on a sleepboard. In winter, since the weather is cold, I wear also shorts, long pants, and a beanie. I sometimes wear a sweatshirt hoodie. I also always wear gloves to avoid getting sick. You should consider the weather conditions. Acting, sense, movie buff, concert goer, main character, supporting role, give a hand, cheer loudly, twist, foreshadowing, jump to the music, clap to the music, dance to the music. Key sentence parents. 1. Throughout the weekend, I stayed at home. 2. Throughout the summer, I practiced playing the piano. 1. If I have a chance, I want to be in your company. 2. If I have a chance, I want to learn the drum. OPIC practice. Question. In the background survey, you say that you sometimes go to concerts. Tell me about a concert you recently went to. When did you go? What kind of concert was it? Please tell me all the details. Sometimes I go to concert. I went to Big Bang concert a few months ago. Big Bang is a famous boy group in Korea. The concert hall was huge and it was from Big Bang fans. Throughout the concert, I could enjoy their and powerful performance. Indeed, their powerful stage manner really impressed me. If I have a chance, I went to I want to see their concert again. Question. I'm informed that you like to go to movies. Tell me about movie recently saw. When did you see movies? What movie did you see? Tell me about the movie in detail. I often go to movies. I saw La La Land a few months ago. La La Land was the movie dear.
Question.
I am informed that you like to go to the movies. Tell me about a movie you recently saw. When did you see the movie? What movie did you see? Tell me about the movie in detail. I often go to movies. I saw La La Land a few months ago. La La Land was the movie of the year. Actually, La La Land was very popular, so the theater was full of people. Throughout the movie, I could listen to beautiful music. Indeed, the music music in the movie really impressed me. If I have a chance, I want to see this movie again. Today's vocabulary.
Billy Whistle, freestyle, backstroke,
I often go to movies. I saw La La Land a few months ago. La La Land was the movie of the year. Actually, La La Land was. Tell me about a movie you recently saw. When did you see the movie? What movie did you see? Tell me about the movie in detail. I often go to movies. I saw La La Land a few months ago. La La Land was the movie of the year. Actually, movies. Tell me about a movie you recently saw. When did you see the movie? What movie did you see? Tell me about the movie in detail. I often go to movies. I saw La La Land a few months ago. La La Land was the movie of the year. Actually, La La Land was very popular, so the theater was full of people. Throughout the movie, I could listen to beautiful music. Indeed, the music in the movie really impressed me. If I have a chance, I want to see this movie again. What movie did you see? Tell me about the movie in detail. I often go to movies. I saw
concert again. Question.
I performed in New York movie. Tell me about the movie you recently saw. When did you see movie? What movie did you see? Tell me about the movie in detail. I often go to movies. I saw La La Land a few months ago. La La Land was a movie in theater. Actually, La La Land was very popular, so the theater was full of people. Throughout the movie, I could listen to beautiful music. Indeed, the movie is very impressed me. If I have a chance, I want to see this movie again.
today's vocabulary.
Treadmill, bell muscle,
Muscle,
freestyle,
freestyle,
backstroke,
backstroke,
breaststroke, the butterfly,
butterfly,
lose weight, gain weight, say,
stay physically
physically,
fit,
relieve stress,
stress,
recover from stress,
stress,
refresh one's mind,
one's mind,
be stressed out,
be stressed out,
burn calories,
calories,
jogging track,
jogging track,
trail.
trail,
Key sentence balance. 1.
1.
As I told you,
As I told you.
I am a college student. 2.
2.
As I told you,
As I told you.
I live in Seoul with my family. 1. I will tell you the reason why I recommend this place. 2. I will tell you the reason why I learned language is fun.
OPIC practice.
question,
I have heard that you enjoy swimming. Why do you like swimming? What will swim is for you? Explain the reason in detail. As I told you, I like swimming. Now I tell you the reason why I like swimming. The first reason is that swimming is good for my health. I can lose weight and build muscles. Another reason is that swimming is more fun than other exercise. Personally, I think swimming is a great exercise. Question. In the survey, you answered and you go to one. What maybe 눈 아파.
Explain the reasons in detail. Other exercises. Personally, I think swimming is a great exercise.
Question. In the survey, then you answered and you often go to more take a why you think why you explain the origin in detail. As I told you, I like taking walks. Now I will tell you the reason why I like taking walks. The first reason is that walking is good for my mental health. While walking and breathing fresh air, I can calm my mind. Another reason is that walking causes exercise. Personally,
Personally,
I think walk is
great exercise.
great exercise.
Lesson 8 to 9. Telling reasons stories.
Useful sentences.
I've been interested in learning foreign languages since I was in high school. The professor teaches the class very well. The class is nice.
아,
Lesson
6분.
89. Telling reasons and stories.
Useful sentences.
I've been interested in learning foreign languages since I was in high school. The professor teaches the class very well. The class is very challenging, but very interesting. This class gives me a sense of what analysts do. In that class, I could get a lot of information about my career choice. Traveling is sometimes tiring. A staycation gives you perfect relaxation. I can save a lot of money by vacationing at home. I can just focus on getting some rest. After resting at home, I feel recharged. Last year, a family moved next door to me. Last year, I was locked out, and my next door neighbor helped me. My neighborhood is a surprisingly quiet area, but there was a little accident last year. My neighbors often invite one another for coffee and have chats. My neighbors don't meet on a regular basis. While swimming,
불 꺼야지.
I got a cramp in my leg. The water was too deep. I first learned to swim when I was 7. I was afraid of the water, and I couldn't keep afloat. The swimming coach was strict, but very patient.
Holding practice.
Now, tell me about the surprisingly quiet area, but there was nice. Lesson 8 to 9. Telling reasons and stories.
Useful sentences.
I've been interested in learning foreign languages since I was in high school. The professor teaches the class very well. The class is very challenging, but very nice. Lesson 8 to 9. Telling reasons and stories.
Useful sentences.
I've been interested in learning foreign languages. See this movie again. Today's vocabulary.
treadmill, build muscle, freestyle,
Freestyle.
backstroke, D-stroke, double fly, lose weight, gain weight, stay physically fit, relieve stress, recover from stress, refresh one's mind, be stressed out, burn calories, jogging track. Key sentence patterns. 1. As I told you, I am concerned. 2. As I told you, I live in Seoul with my family. 1. I will tell you the reasons why I recommend this place. 2. I will tell you the reasons why learn a new language is fun. Question. I have heard you enjoy swimming. Why do you like swimming? Why do you think swimming is good for you? Explain the reason in detail. As I told you, I like swimming. Now I will tell you the reason why I like swimming. The first reason is that swimming is good for my health. I can enjoy muscles. Another reason is that swimming is more than exercise. Personally, I think swimming is great exercise. Question. In the fact survey, you answered that you often go to take a walk. Do you smoke? Oh,
Why are they good for you?
good luck to you.
Reasons and build muscles. Another reason is that swimming is more fun than other exercises. Personally, I think swimming is a great exercise.
Question. In the survey, you answered that you often go to work. Why do you like work? Why are they good for you? Explain the reasons in detail. As I told you, I like taking walks. Now I will tell you the reason why I like taking walks. The first reason is that working is good for my mental health. While working at within pressure, I can calm my mind. Another reason is that working costs less than other exercise. Personally, I think walking is great exercise. Lesson 8 to 9. Telling reason and strategy. Useful sentences. I've been
I've been interested in learning foreign languages since another reason is that walking costs less than other exercises. Personally, I think walking is great exercise. Lesson 8 to 9. Telling reasons and stories.
Useful sentences.
I've been interested in learning foreign languages since I was in high school.
Useful sentences.
I've been interested in learning foreign languages. Another reason is that walking costs less than other exercises. Personally, I think walking is great exercise. Lesson 8 to 9. Telling reasons and stories.
useful sentences. I've been interested in learning foreign languages since I was in high school. The professor teaches the class very well. The class is very challenging, but very interesting. This class gave me a sense of what learners do.
In that class, I could get a
Useful sentences.
I've been interested in learning foreign languages since I was in high school. The professor teaches the class very well. The class is very challenging, but very interesting. This class gives me a sense of what analysts do. In that class, I could get a lot of information about my career choice. Traveling is sometimes tiring. A staycation gives you perfect relaxation. I could save a lot of money by vacationing at home. Pass very well. The class is very challenging, but very interesting. This class gives me a sense of what analysts do. In that class, I could get a lot of information about my career choice. Traveling is sometimes tiring. A staycation gives you perfect relaxation. I can save a lot of money by vacationing at home. Walking is great exercise. Calm my mind. Another reason is that walking costs less than other exercises. Personally, I think walking is great exercise. Lesson 8 to 9. Telling reasons and stories.
Useful sentences. I've been interested in learning foreign languages.
Since I was in. Another reason is that walking costs less than other exercises. Personally, I think walking is great exercise. Lesson 8 to 9. Telling reasons and stories.
Useful sentences.
I've been interested in learning foreign languages since I was in high school. The professor teaches the class very well. Personally, I think walking is great exercise. Lesson 8 to 9.
8 to 9.
Telling reasons
Telling
and
reasons and
stories.
stories. Useful sentences. I've been interested in the learning foreign languages since I was in high school. The professor teaches the class very well. The class is very challenging but interesting. The class gives me a sense of what learners do.
What analysts do.
In the class, I could get a lot of information about my career choice. Traveling is sometimes a sensation less to exercise discipline.
I can save a lot of money by vacationing at home. I can just focus on getting some rest. This class gives me a sense of what analysts do. In that class, I could get a lot of information about my career choice. Traveling is sometimes tiring. A staycation gives you perfect relaxation.
Mhm.
Class very well. The class is very challenging, but very interesting. This class gives me a sense of what analysts do. In that class, I could get a lot of information about my career choice. Traveling is sometimes tiring. A staycation gives you perfect relaxation.
대본 자체가 아예 잘못됐구나. 아하. 수정. 헐랭. 삭제된 거 아니겠지? 수정.
Lesson 8 to 9. Telling reasons and stories.
Useful sentences. I've been interested in learning foreign languages since I was in high school. The professor teaches the class very well. The class is very challenging but very interesting. This class gives me a sense of what analysts do. In the class, I get a lot of information but I call a choice. Traveling is sometimes tiring. Vacation gives you relaxation.
Save a lot of money by vacationing at home. I can just focus on getting some rest. After resting at home, I feel recharged. Last year, a family moved next door to me. Last year, I was locked out, and my next door neighbor helped me. Since I was in high school, the professor teaches the class very well. The class is very challenging, but very interesting. This class gives me a sense of what analysts do. In that class, I could get walking is great exercise. Lesson 8 to 9. Telling reasons and stories.
Useful sentences. I've been interested in learning foreign languages since I was in high school. The professor teaches the class very well. The class is very challenging but very interesting. This class gives me answers too. In the class, I could get a lot of information about my career choice. Traveling sometimes tiring. A staycation gives you perfect relaxation.
I can save a lot of money by vacationing and I could get a lot of information about my career choice. Traveling is sometimes tiring. A staycation gives you perfect relaxation. I
Relaxation.
can save a lot of money by vacationing at home.
I can just focus on rest. After resting at home, I feel recharged. Last year, a family moved next door to me. Last year, I was locked out, and my next door neighbor helped me. My neighborhood is a surprisingly quiet area, but there are little accidents last year. My neighborhood invite to other complaints. My neighbor don't meet on regular basis. While swimming, I got cramp in my leg. The water was too deep. I first learned to swim when I was 7. I was afraid of water, and I couldn't even could. The swimming school, she was strict but very patient.
Now, tell me about the last time you spent your vacation at home. How was your vacation? Did you do anything? I was 7. I was afraid of the water, and I couldn't even float. The swimming coach was strict, but very patient.
Open practice.
Now tell me about the last time you spent your vacation at home. Wow, vacation. Did you do anything special? Tell me about your most recent vacation at home in detail. The last time I spent my vacation at home was last year. I felt overworked at that time and was exhausted.
So I decided to stay at home for the whole vacation. For the first few days, I did practically nothing. But in the middle of my vacation, my cousin came to visit me from New York. So for the rest of the vacation, the last time I spent my vacation at home was last year. I felt overworked at that time and was exhausted. So I decided to stay at home for the
Oh,
whole vacation.
how was your vacation? Did you do anything special? Tell me about your most recent vacation at home in detail.
In detail.
The last time I spent my vacation at home was last year. I felt overworked at that time and was exhausted. So I decided to stay at home for the whole vacation. For the first few days, I did practically nothing. But in the middle of my vacation, my cousin came to visit me from New York. So for the rest of my vacation, I took my cousin to many hot places in Seoul. During the day, at times I was exhausted. So I decided to stay at home for the whole vacation. For the first few days, I did practically nothing. But in the middle of my vacation, my cousin came to visit me from New York. So for the rest of my vacation, I took my cousin to many hot places in Seoul. During the day, we visited landmarks in Seoul. And at night, we went to bars and had a great time. Actually, it was the best vacation I've ever had at that time and was exhausted. So I decided.
Vacation at home. How was your vacation? Did you do swim when I was 7? I was afraid of the water, and I couldn't even float. The swimming coach was strict, but very patient.
Open practice.
Now
Now,
tell me about the last you spent your vacation at home. How was your vacation? Did you do anything special? Tell me about the most your last vacation at home in detail. The last time I spent my vacation at home was last year. I felt overworked and the time I was exhausted. So I decided to stay at home for our home vacation. For the first few days, I did practice quarantine. But in the middle of vacation, my cousin came to visit me from New York. So for the rest of my vacation, I took my cousin.
During the day, we visited landmarks in Seoul. And at vacation, my cousin came to visit me from New York. So for the rest of vacation, for the first few days, I did practically nothing. But in
But
the
in
middle of
middle
my
of my
vacation,
vacation,
my
my
cousin
cousin
came to
went
visit me
to
from New
me
York.
from New York.
So for the
So
rest
the
of my
rest of
vacation,
vacation,
I
I took
took my
my
cousin to
cousin
many
to
hot places
many
in
hot
Seoul.
places in
During
Seoul.
the day,
During the
we
day, we
visited
visited
landmarks
landmarks
in
in
Seoul.
Seoul.
And at
And
night,
at night,
we went
we
to
went to
bars
bars
and had
and
a
had
great
a
time.
great time. Actually,
Actually,
it was
it was
the
the
best
best
vacation
vacation I
I
ever had.
ever had.
today's vocabulary.
Memorable, unforgettable,
Unforgettable.
delay,
Delay.
passport,
Passport.
part time,
Flight time.
local food,
Local food.
recover from
Exchange
stress.
money.
Eh?
Buy a roaming plan. Business trip. Piano competition. Stage fright. In public.
Key sentence patterns. Why? At the beginning, there were only 10 people in the theater. 2. At the
Buy a roaming plan. Business trip. Piano competition. Stage
음.
There were only 10 people in the theater. 2. At the beginning, I was very excited about the trip. 1. In the end, I got a good grade on the test. 2.
I never have.
Today's vocabulary.
Memorable.
memorable,
Unforgettable.
unforgettable,
Delay.
delay,
Passport.
passport,
Flight time.
flight time,
Local food.
local food,
Exchange money.
exchange money,
Buy a roaming plan.
buy a roaming plan,
Business trip.
business trip,
Piano competition.
piano competition,
Stage fright.
stage fright,
In public.
in public.
Key sentence patterns.
1.
1.
At the beginning, there were
There were only 10
only 10 people in the theater. 2. At the beginning, I was very excited to trip. 1. In the end, I got a good grade to test. 2. In the end, we had a cast party. OP clarity. Question. You answered in the background survey that you like traveling. Do you have a memorable experience while traveling? What happened? Why is it so memorable? Tell me about the most memorable experience in as much detail as you can. 2 years ago, I went to Japan with my family. My memory about trip is still vivid. At the beginning, my trip was great. The hotel was nice and we had a real good time. However, on the first day, I made a big mistake at port. I went to this airport and I was stressed. In the end, I could find my suitcase. From that experience, I learned that I should be more careful air traveling. Question. According to the survey, you answered playing musical instrument. Do you have a memorable experience of playing an instrument? When and where did it happen? What happened? Tell me about your experience in detail. When I was 9, I entered the piano contest. My memory about the contest is still vivid. At the beginning, my performance was okay. I played June correctly.
When and where did this happen? What happened? Tell me about your experience in detail. When I was 9, I entered a piano contest. My memory about the contest is still vivid. At the beginning, my performance was okay. I played the tune correctly. However, suddenly, my mind went blank. In the end, couldn't finish the tune. From that experience, I learned that I should practice more. Today's vocabulary.
Club activity.
Beginning, my performance was okay. I played the tune correctly. However, when and where did this happen? What happened? Tell me about your experience in detail.
When I was 9, I entered the piano contest. My memory about the contest is still vivid. At the beginning, my performance was okay. I played the tune correctly.
Played the tune correctly.
However, suddenly my mind went blank. In the end, I couldn't see the tune.
Finish the tune.
From the experience, I learned that I should practice more.
Today's vocabulary.
Club
Club
activity,
activity.
volunteer activity,
Volunteer activity.
attend classes,
Attend classes.
do one's assignment,
One's assignment.
team project, classmate,
Classmate.
take a shower,
Take a shower.
school cafeteria,
Cafeteria.
stretching stress,
Exercise.
warm up, exercise, swimming suit, swim cape, swimming goggles. Key sentence parents 1. I don't want
Things when I go walking. 2.
충전해야겠네.
you go to school? What things do you usually do at school? Tell me about the things you do at school in as much detail as you can.
I am a college student and I go to school every day.
케이블이
And I do
인출이
routine
힘드네.
I go to school very early in the morning. So the first thing I do is have a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
I go to the classroom and attend the lecture. After my classes, I study at the library for about 3 hours. Recently, I am studying hard to get a job, so I spend a lot of time in school. Question.
You answered that you enjoy swimming. How often do you go swimming? What do you
케이블 없나?
do before swimming? What do you do after swimming? Tell me about the things you do when you are swimming.
I go to school 3 times a week, and I do routine things when I go swimming. I go swimming very early in the morning, so the first thing I do is take a quick
어디
shower.
간 거야, 근데?
Then I it is a warm up. Have a snack. Recently, I go swimming regularly, so I am healthier than before.
Lesson 10 to 11. Routines and processes.
Useful sentences.
On Sunday mornings, we loaf around the house. My family likes to sleep in on the weekend. We sit around the table and play cards. We go to church and never skip church services. I go for brunch with my family. Mostly, I play basketball at the park. I love to exercise at a park because outdoor activities are always healthy. People love to stroll in the park. Sometimes I see people having barbecues in the park. On the basketball court, people play pickup games. The first thing I do is run on a treadmill. For about 20 minutes, I ride an exercise bike. I lift weights to build muscles. I always take a warm shower in order to loosen my stiff muscles.
Yep.
Before and after I exercise, I make sure to do stretches.
배터리 젤려.
I usually go jogging very early in the morning.
오케이.
I don't stretch. I like to drink vegetables. I always carry a water bottle to drink water while I am running. Most of the time, I take a walk with my dog. More. Today's vocabulary.
Club activity. Volunteer act. I've ever had.
Today's vocabulary.
Memorable. Unforgettable. Delay. Passport. Flight time. Local food. Exchange money. Buy a roaming plan. Business trip. The annual edition. Stay
아야. 아이씨. 어머머. 에잉. 너무.
In the end, I got a good grade on the test. 2. In the end, we had to cancel the party. OPIC practice.
Question.
You answered in the background survey that you liked traveling. Do you have a memorable experience while traveling? What happened? Why is it so memorable? Tell me about the most memorable experience in as much detail as you can. 2 years ago, I went to Japan with my friends. My memory about the trip is still vivid. At the beginning, my trip was great. The hotel was nice. We had a really good time. However, on the last day, I made a big mistake at the airport. I went to Japan with my
Question.
You answered in the background survey that you like traveling. Do you have a memorable experience while traveling?
What happened? Why is so memorable? Tell me about the most memorable experience in as much detail as you can. 2 years ago, I went to Japan with my friends. My memory about the trip is still vivid. At the beginning, my trip is great. The hotel was nice and we had a really good time. However, on the day last, I made a mistake in my airport. The hotel was nice and we had a really good time. However, on the last day, I made a big mistake at the airport. I went to dress from the airport and I left my suitcase there. In the end, I couldn't find my suitcase. From that experience, I learned that I should be more careful while traveling. Question: according to the survey, you enjoy playing musical instruments. Do you have a memorable experience about playing an instrument and where did it happen? What happened? Tell me about your experience in detail. When I was 9, I entered the piano contest. I remember about the contest is very still vivid. At the beginning, my performance was okay. I played the tune correctly. However, suddenly my mind went blank. In the end, I could finish the tune. From that experience, I learned that I should practice more. Club activity, volunteer activity, attend classes, do work assignment, team project, classmate, take a shower, school cafeteria, stitching, spread, exercise, warm exercise, swimming suits, swimming cap, swimming goggles. Key sentence page 1. I do routine things when I go to working too. My mother does routine things when she does household chores. 1. My father goes to work very early in the morning. 2. Korean high school students go to school very early in the morning. OP practice 1. Question. I'm wondering about your school life. When do you go to school? What things do you usually do at school? Tell me about the things you do at school in as much detail as you can. Question. I'm wondering about your school life. When
What things do you usually do at school? Tell me about the things you do at school in as much detail as you can.
I am a college student and I go to school every day, and I do routine things when I am at school. I go to school very early in the morning, so
oh,
the first thing I do is have a cup of coffee. Then I go to the classroom and attend a lecture. After my classes, I study at the library for about 3 hours. Recently, I am studying hard to get a job, so I spend a lot of time at school. Question.
You answered that you enjoy swimming.
So the
When do you go to school? What things do you usually do at school? Tell me about the things you do at school in as much detail as you can.
I'm a college student and I go to school every day and I do routine things when I am school. I go to school very early in the morning. So the first thing I do is have a cup of coffee. Then I go to the classroom, attend the lecture. After my class, I study at library for about 2 hours. Recently, I am still to check out. Spend the time.
OPIC practice.
Question. I am wondering about your school life. When do you go to school? What things do you go to school? Tell me about your school do at school and in much as you can. I am a college student and I go to school every day. And I do routine things when I am in school. I go to school very early in the morning. So the first thing I do is have a cup of coffee. Then I go to attend lecture. After my classes, I study at the library for about 3 hours. Recently, I am studying hard work at scarf, so I spend a lot of time in school. Question. You answered that you enjoy swimming. How often do you go swimming? What do you usually do before swimming and what do you do after swimming? Tell me about the things you do as swimming. I go to school 3 times a week and I do routine things when I swimming. I go swimming very early morning, so the first thing I do is get shower. Then I go to school on exercise machine. After swimming, I go to the cafeteria and I have a snack. Recently, I go swimming regularly, so I am healthy than before. 아,
Lesson 10 to 11.
보기 싫다.
Processes. On Sunday mornings, we load for
음,
lesson 10 to 11.
routine and process. Useful sentences. On Sunday morning,
Sunday mornings,
we
we
look
loaf around the house.
아,
Lesson 10 to 11. Routines and processes. On Sunday mornings, we loaf around the house. My family likes lesson 10 to 11.
routine and process. Useful sentences. On Sunday mornings, we look around the house. My family likes to sleep in autumn weekend and see road or heaven and clubs. We go to church and never skip church services. I go for lunch with my family. Mostly, I play basketball at work. I love to exercise at park because outdoor activities are always healthy. People love strolling in the park. Sometimes I see people having barbecue in the park.
The first thing I do is run on the treadmill. For about 20 minutes, I ride an exercise bike.
아, 눈부셔요. 하기 싫어.
Park. Sometimes I see people having barbecues in the park. Does outdoor activities sneak in on the weekend? We sit around the table and play cards. We go to church and
Never
never
to
skip
church services. I go for brunch with my family. Mostly, I play baseball at the park. I love to exercise at park, but outdoor activities are healthy. People love to stroll in the park. Sometimes I see school having barbecue in park. On the basketball court, people play video games. The first thing I do is run on the treadmill. For about 20 minutes, I ride a exercise bike. I lift weight to body massage. I always take a longer shower in order to lose my self-process. People and water exercise. I make sure to listen injured. I usually go jogging very early in the morning. If I don't stretch, I might still my ankles. I always wearing the water bottle broken morning. To time I take a walk with my dog. When I take a walk with my dog, I make sure to have the dog on leash. In the background survey, you answered that you like to travel abroad, overseas. What do you prepare to trip? Tell me how you prepare to take. When we travel overseas, there are many things to prepare before I leave. The first thing I do is read the label before after learn about the island page. Then I check my passport and book a plane ticket online. After booking my ticket, I decide which flight schedule. I always make sure to bring a part ski in case the last thing I do is download the truth and the travel safely.
Today's vocabulary.
Favorite shopping place. Get a discount. Thorough preparations are necessary. Always make sure to bring a first aid kit. The last thing to do is download a translation app. I check my passport at the local plane ticket online. After quoting my ticket, I decide which places I will visit and make a schedule. I always make sure to
Sure, being the notification to download the translation and through travel safely throughout
thorough
the
preparations
preparation necessary.
Today's vocabulary.
Favorite shopping place, get a discount, on sale, have a sale, internet shopping mall, internet shopping site, compare prices,
internet shopping mall, internet shopping site, compare prices,
review,
preview,
movie review,
movie review,
5-star rating,
5-star rating,
Academy Award,
Academy Award,
snap bar.
snack bar.
Key sentence balance. One, that way you can save money. Two, that way I will not get sick. One, I want to the nearest convenience store. Two, when I am sick at night, I go to the nearest emergency room.
Sick at night, I go to the nearest emergency room.
OPIC practice.
Question. According to the survey,
According to the survey,
you like go to shopping. I'm wondering your shopping habits. Where do you go shopping? How often do you go shopping? What do you usually do before and after shopping? Explain your house shopping habits in detail. I think I go shopping once a month. I shop both online and offline, but now I will explain about my offline shopping. First, I check item online. That way, I can compare the prices of the item. Then I go to the nearest shopping mall. At the mall, I try the item and check them carefully. Shopping is always fun. However, when you have a shopping body, it's more fun. Question. You answered in the survey that you often go to movies. In order to see a movie, what do you do first? Then what you do there? Tell me about the things you do in order to see a movie. I think I go to the movies once a month. I see you videos at the other, But now I will explain about when I see a movie the first I will book tickets online. The way I click check out, then I go to the nearest theater. At the other, I will popcorn and enjoy at home. Watching comedy movie is always fun. However, when you see movie on big screen, it is more fun.
today's vocabulary.
Convenience located remarkable place church pastry means our rent fee, monthly fee, hasn't make a reservation within walking distance. Amenities, prestige available.
Facilities available.
Key sentence parents. One, could you recommend a country to trip to me? Two, could you recommend a good way to lose weight to me? One, how often do you see movies? Two, how often do you go to concerts? OP practice question. I live in the United States. Please ask me more than three questions to know about the place I live. Good morning, Eva. I have heard that you live in the United States and I'd like to ask you a few questions. First of all, which city do you live in? I've never been America. Second of all, what do you like the most about your city? I live Seoul and its public transport system is good. Lastly, could you recommend a place to look around in your neighborhood to me? Someday I want to visit your country and I will definitely visit your town. Thank you for answering my questions. Have a nice day. Question. You answered the survey, then you like swimming. I already to swimming. Please ask me 3 4 questions to you about my swimming routine. I'm swimming for about your often you're swimming. I would love swimming, so I go swimming every day. Second of all, where do you swim? Do you prefer swimming for the beach? I swim at the community center in my neighborhood. Lastly, could you recommend the place you enjoy swimming to? Someday I want to visit the place and swim there. Thank you for answering my questions. Have a nice day. This is vocabulary. Listen to help to read. Role playing. Useful sentences. Why do you we just skip the movie and have lunch instead? Why don't we put it off until tomorrow? Why don't we just call it off and go picnic? Why don't we just a bright night movie? Why don't we can just to get straight? Why do how about the same time tomorrow? How about watching the game on TV? How about stopping for a beer? How about meeting on our earlier? How about having dinner at my place?
An hour earlier. What about having dinner at my place? I'm not going to be
I'm not
able to
going to be
come
able to
tomorrow
carry out
because
because
I
I
won't
will
have
have
time to
business
go on
soon.
assignments.
I'm
I
not
want
going
to
to
go
be able to finish the project
on
my
to my
Monday. I'm
holiday.
going to be able to
I'm
take
not
a
going to
class
be able to
because
teach
on my
class
tight
on
schedule,
my
I'm
tight
not going
schedule.
to be able to go
I'm
to
not
the
going to be able to
briefing
brief
at school. It is named Catch and Dogs.
It's raining
I
lots
don't
and
think
lots.
we can
I
go
don't
to
think
the
we can go
concert.
to the
I really
concert.
want to go,
I
but
really
I
want to go, but I
don't
don't think
think
I
I
can
can
make
make
it.
it. The teacher has just saying on me,
So
so I
it
will
was
refer
scary.
it. My mother is
My
so
mother is
sick
so sick
that I don't think we
that I
can
don't
have
think
a
we
party
can
at
have
my
a
place.
party.
Okay,
Okay,
practice. Here
practice.
is a problem you need to
Here
solve.
is a
You
problem
and
you need
you
to
and your
solve.
friends were
You
planning
and your
to
friends
be a
were
park,
planning to meet at a
but
park.
you found
But you
out that
found
it
out
is
that it is
going to
going to
rain.
rain.
Call your
Call
friends
your friends
and
and
explain
explain the
and
situation
suggest
first.
first. Then
Then
offer some
offer some
solutions.
solutions.
Hello, so it's me, Grace. You remember that we can go to the park together, but I'm afraid that we should cancel our plans. According to the weather forecast, it's going to rain today later in the afternoon. Actually, I thought of 2 options. The first is to postpone our plans and go to the park next week. The park is fun only when there is nice food. Otherwise, how about watching a movie at my place? I downloaded the new Star Wars movie. You said that you want to see that movie, right? Which one do you prefer? When you decide, just give me a call. Bye. Today's vocabulary: under warranty, feedback, get sick, refund exchange, check if it's viable, cancel, call off, postpone, delay, put off instead of it out in advance, earlier, put out, reserved, make an exception.
In advance, earlier, booked up, reserved. Make an exception.
This is explanation. One, but I am afraid that I can go to for your party. Two, but I am afraid that I can't finish the assignment today. One, otherwise, how about having dinner at a restaurant? Two, otherwise, how about postponing our appointment? The practice question. I am going to give you a problem solver. Let's say that you are supposed to book movie tickets to see a movie with your friends, But all the tickets are sold out. Now call your friends, then explain the situation and make two or suggestions. Hi Sumi, this is Miss calling. You remember that we plan to see a movie this Friday, but I am afraid that we cannot see a movie this Friday. The problem is that all the tickets are sold out. Actually, I have two alternatives. Two possibilities to see a movie next week. If you want to, then I will watch it. Otherwise, do good. Calculate what do you think? Give me a call later. You later. I'm so sorry. Question. I'm going to give you a situation to act out. Let's pretend that you need to remember. However, you cannot use it because you didn't sign earlier. Find the person in the computer lab and explain your decision. In addition, make some suggestions about using the computer lab. Hi, my name is Michael. Today I have computer lab, but I am afraid that I cannot use the computer lab. The problem is that I didn't sign it. Actually, I have two suggestions. Since there are many candidates, the first is to let me use one computer for just 7 minutes. If you do so.
But I am afraid that I cannot use the computer lab. The problem is that I didn't sign in. Actually, I have two suggestions. Since there are many empty seats, the first is to let me use one computer for just 10 minutes. If you do so, I would be really grateful. Otherwise, how about lending me your computer? Which one is possible? Please help me. Yes. If you do so, I would be really grateful. Actually, I have two suggestions. Since there are many empty seats, the first
The
is to
first
let me
version of
use one
computer
computer
project
for just
and
10
PMH.
minutes.
If
If
you
you do
use it,
so, I
so
would be
I
really
will
grateful.
really good.
Otherwise,
Otherwise,
how
how
about
about
lending
lend
me
me
your
your
computer?
computer? Which one is
Which one is
possible?
possible?
Please help me.
Today's vocabulary.
Outdoor sport, indoor sport, team sport, individual sport, water sports, track and field sports, happy ending, sad ending, bluebell, soccer, essay, swing instrument, keyboard instrument, wind instrument, percussion instrument, up-tempo music, soft music, rhythmical music, lyrics, melody. Key sentence pairs. 1. The key difference is the number of players. 2. The key difference is their teaching styles. One online group you needed to match for soccer. Two, unlike the piano, the world is instrument, string instrument of practice question. Most people do exercise for their healthy. Now I want to compare and contrast swimming with other exercises. What are the similarities and differences? Please explain in detail. I like to compare swimming with jogging. There are some similarities, difference between swimming and
Most
jogging.
people do exercise for their health. Now, I want you to compare and contrast swimming with other
First of all,
exercises.
both of them
Understand
are
the difference
good
and
for
differences.
your breath. When
Please
you
explain in
swimming
detail.
to
I'd like to
regularly,
compare
you
swimming with
become
jogging. There are
healthier
some similarities
on
and
the
differences between swimming and jogging. First of all, both of them are good for your health. When you swim or jog regularly, you become healthier. On the other hand, there are differences. Please explain in detail. I'd like to compare swimming with jogging. There are some similarities and differences between swimming and jogging.
first
First
of
of all,
all, both
both of
of
them
them
are
are good
good for
for
your health.
stress. When you
When you swim
swim
or jog
jogging
regularly,
regularly, you
you
become
become
healthier.
healthier.
On
On
the
the other
other
hand,
hand,
there are
the difference
differences.
is too. The key difference is the place to use exercise. Unlike good
Like
jogging,
jogging, you
you
should go
should
to
go
the
to
water to
jogging.
swim.
You
So
so
it's
it's easier
easier to find
find
a place
place
for
to
jogging.
jogging. Question. I assume that you have visited a few
You have visited a few
parks.
parks.
Pick two parks that you have been to. Then compare and
Which park
contrast the what are the similar differences? Please explain the detail. I will talk about park in the park near Hannibal. There are sometimes similar differences between the arc. First of all, both of them are became popular. So on weekends, there are many people in Florida. On the other hand, there are differences. The key difference is that pressure is there. Unlike the park in the neighborhood, the Neighbor Park has more facilities, such as picnic tables and playgrounds. So when you depend clearly, the Neighbor Park is better.
Lesson 14.
Comparing contemplate simple sentences. I used to live on single family house when I was young. You will some I used to live on spacious apartment with my parents. Now I live in a small studio by myself. My studio is conveniently located. I took an introductory course in English lecture which have English assignments each week. There are quite a lot of reading assignments to compare before each classes. The professor is the person. The professor is on the conservative side. They are going to go back to their page. Today's cafes serve brunch menu items usually with desserts such as cakes and cookies. Coffee shop is open to today's cafe more like the one. To prepare also from customer seats. I can focus more music in the social for seats. Concentrate more seats are more tell me by jumping and forgetting music in relieve my stress. A concert with those seats, I feel like I could enjoy the music. A big practice. Now please choose two genres of music you like, then compare those genres. What are the differences or similarities between them? Tell me about the music genre with many details as you can. I like K-pop and soundtracks from movies. I compare these to music genre. I see there are some similarities.
Compare those genres. What are the differences and similarities between them? Tell me about the music genre with as many details as you can.
I like K-pop and soundtracks from movies. I'll compare these two music genres. There are some similarities and differences between these two genres. First of all, both of them are popular with members of the young generation, so they often rank high on the music charts. Actually, both types of music are catchy. On the other hand, there are differences too. The key difference is the performances. In case of K-pop songs, we can enjoy the music with spectacular performances on fancy stages. K-pop stars often have concerts and appear on shows on TV. In both types of I like K-pop and soundtracks from movies.
Between them, tell me about the music class. At today's cafes are more like libraries. I prefer concerts with seats to concerts with no seats. I can focus more on music in a concert hall with seats. Concerts with no seats are more dynamic. By jumping and dancing to the music, I can relieve my stress. At concerts with no seats, I feel like I fully enjoy the music.
Open practice.
Now, please choose the genre of music you like, then compare the genres. What are the differences, similarity between them? Tell me about the music genre in digital page. And I like K-pop, the soundtrack from movies. I will compare these to music genre. There are some similarities and differences between these genres. First of all, both of them are popular with memorable versions, so they are meant to chart. Actually, both style of music catchy. Younger sketch their separately to the key difference is the performance in days of K-pop songs. We can enjoy the movie performance on the stage. K-pop stars often have a concert and appear on television TV. In the case of Sunset, we can enjoy the theme and performance. I think this is why K-pop more popular in Korea.
Today's vocabulary.
Dramatic change. Slight change.
아이고, 그만해야지.
Recognition.
14.
Positive effect. Negative effect. Trend. In fashion. Popular.
엄마 안녕.